When others are sleeping, he's up, creating new opportunities. Success, drive, determination, and motivation are all part of the Entrepreneur Adrenaline Show. And now, broadcasting coast to coast, the voice, the vision. Your host, Paul Chakuri.
Hello, Entrepreneur Adrenaline fans. Paul Chakuri here today with yet another exciting episode of the Entrepreneur Adrenaline Show. Brought to you out of the main office here with all the lights blasting and blazing in my face because we're doing video. We're doing live today on the Entrepreneur Adrenaline Show. You know, I'm super excited to bring this episode because it's all about what I love most, sales. You're an entrepreneur, you need to learn how to master it, and I'm here to give you the tips, tricks, and what you should be doing as an entrepreneur. So you guys are going to be able to see this episode today on the actual YouTube, my actual YouTube channel. I'm bringing this episode to you guys live to get knowing you guys more because people are socially engaging with me, but just not enough. I want to reach out to you guys. I'm not one of those people who are just going to be talking and not really socially engaging with you guys. Hey, this is the new age. This is the new era. If you want to get out of your comfort zone and really go out there and reach out to people who you follow, you're going to see and notice things will happen and be created out of thin air from you that you least expected it. So today we're going to be talking a lot about sales because sales in general, you know, is all about enthusiasm, the transfer of emotions, excitement, and being in the right place at the right time. If you're an entrepreneur out there, you need to learn how to master sales. You got to be liked, trusted. You have to figure out what should you be selling? You know, every single day you are selling yourself, as in who you are, what you represent. And so many of you out there are just stuck at home or stuck at a dead-end job and you want to become successful. You want to start progressing. You want to start moving forward in your life, but you're just, I know this because I deal with thousands of salespeople on a day-to-day basis. I really do deal with a lot of people. You're like, well, I kind of got this job that's kind of bringing some income in right now. And, you know, I want to do this online blog. I want to make some money doing, my side project, or I have an idea for an invention. But in all reality, the people who are the most successful are the ones who jump, and I'm talking from the ground up because everything I teach on the Entrepreneur Adrenaline Show is for those of you who are out there who either, remotely have some money already saved up in the account, but you're afraid to obviously spend it. And I don't blame you. It's not necessarily being afraid to spend it, but you don't want to risk obviously losing and going back down to zero. But a lot of people are already at zero and they're like, Paul, everything these days, really costs money in order to progress and move forward and to create a level of success where people are buying and buying and buying from me. Well, it's true. You need money these days to make money. Now, it's not the mere fact that you only need money, and if you don't have money, you're not going to be able to become extremely successful. Don't get me wrong, but you know as much as I do, okay? Stop listening to a bunch of people telling you, you can quite simply follow me and learn how to make a bunch of money without putting little to no effort into, what it is you actually want to accomplish, and you can become rich and successful and wealthy. That does not exist on a day-to-day basis for the majority, the mass majority. It's a success story that does happen, but if they're not putting a lot or even putting resources in, they're putting the majority and mass majority of their time into things and building it really from the ground up. And there's only a select few that have the patience, especially you entrepreneurs out there. We don't have much patience as entrepreneurs. Normally, typically, the typical entrepreneur, especially the ones listening to this show, you're a person who has this big dream, this big goal, this big idea, this huge success story that's thought out in your mind, and you want to accomplish it and you want to get it, but you're stuck in your day-to-day routines of, well, quite simply, you have to pay the bills. You need income coming in. So how do you get that level of success? Well, the truthful answer is it doesn't happen overnight, but you need to jump on top of a wave that is so high that's happening to where you can create income, and not just create income to throw it towards, something that won't really give you a return or bring you back a return, but you need to throw it towards something that is in all reality going, to bring you back income. Okay. The whole goal is to reach out there, get better at a sales job in the short period of time, look for a position that you can grow in. And I have the answer, of course. I've been doing this forever. And, in the near future here, the next couple months, I'm going to be opening up opportunities to many different states for any entrepreneur who can open their mind to a different type of sale. And just so you know, I have something that's coming out here that for the first time ever, I'm not going to launch it, not going to talk about it just quite yet because it's not completely prepared. But if you stay tuned and you actually keep up with what I'm talking about, what I'm doing, like no other person before on the air, I'm taking a completely different angle. And I've test marketed it, and I've actually been getting pulse results that are extraordinarily through the roof. Those of you who have been engaging with me and asking me questions, I've briefly been talking about it, but it requires somebody who's excited. And this isn't something I'm selling. As a matter of fact, it's nothing that I'm selling or any products. I have an actual thing that I'm setting up here for my audience of go-getters and takers that are like, I have this business idea and I need to bring it to market, but I need money. And not just necessarily I need money, but I want to be a part of something that's changing. I want to be a part of something that's growing. And those of you people who are out there who understand what I'm talking about, in sales in general, well, sales is a different breed. You have to be a different breed of a person to really master and do sales to the maximum of your potential. Now, the cat is out, and I'm going to definitely say what is coming out for me personally, aside from what I was just talking about, where a lot of you have actually been asking me personally, Paul, you've been talking about this other podcast that you got coming out. And, I'm really looking to freeing up time to at least dedicate myself to one podcast a day with that launch. And I don't have the exact launch date yet, but it is coming out. And it's based on my membership program that I'm creating a podcast. Again, what I was just talking about has nothing to do. This is a different topic, but based on my actual podcast, it's off of my membership area, Door-to-Door Mastery. I'm actually going to be, this is the first time I'm saying it on the air. I'm actually going to be creating my podcast. I already have the podcast cover. I got the domain. Everything's already set up pretty much. That's going to be coming out here in the near future. So what door-to-door sales is, people normally, when they hear of door-to-door sales, they right away think knocking on doors. And for the most part, it is. I've learned to master door-to-door sales 9 years in it, really doing it, learning it, growing sales teams, and, really being in it, because entrepreneurs by spirit, every single successful entrepreneur started off learning, mastering door-to-door sales. The majority of people, are scared to knock on doors, but they call themselves an entrepreneur. You can be brilliant, smart, and, want to get yourself out there, but door-to-door sales also means reaching out to other people and networking. And I don't mean multi-level marketing or any of that stuff, which is good, by the way. A lot of people do very well in that. But what do I mean by actual networking? Look, when I'm reaching out to you and I say, hey, go check me out on facebook.com/ENTADR. And literally I have so many people who are listening to the show, and I get one person who reaches out and says, hey, Paul, I want to thank you so much for that podcast. And eventually I get more people doing it. Why does it take you guys so long to actually reach out to somebody you actually like? Hey, I'm a lovable person. I love hearing from you guys. I'm friendly. And why am I telling you this? Not just necessarily to engage with me and like my Facebook fan page, which is awesome, but guys and gals, what can possibly come out of, making another friend and reaching out to somebody who's, as powerful and successful in a space where you want to be? Here I'm offering a free way to get in contact with me. And I'm going to, hint, say that again. Go over to facebook.com/ENTADR. That's facebook.com/ENTADR. And what that does is that'll bring you to my Facebook fan page at the top, and click the like page to like my page. And every time I post updates and different things that I teach, it's right there and it's free. It's in your newsfeed. Now, fill your newsfeed. This is my recommendation for you guys and gals out there. Entrepreneurs. This show is the Entrepreneur Adrenaline Show. So what you want to fill your newsfeed with is people who you follow, that you like, that can help take your business and your life to the next level. Entertainment does take your life to the next level, but I want you to look at your newsfeed and say, is the majority of people I'm following and liking, whether it be on Twitter, Facebook, or whatnot, is it majority of my things business related or entertainment and pleasure? Now, I'm here to tell you it needs to be a combination of both, but remember, with sales and with entrepreneurialism, if that's even the word for it, but with your entrepreneurship, you are what you surround yourself around. You become who you surround yourself around. And I understand it. I'm fine with it. A lot of people want to surround themselves around me and interact with me because, they like my energy. They always say it's contagious and they want me to rub off on them. But a lot of people do that and kind of taper off. And then they come back and saying, Paul, I need that motivation again. I need that motivation. I need that excitement. Well, guess what? That's what the show's for. But you need to understand that I get this level of excitement not just because, I have my coffee in the morning, which, by the way, this is a nice, healthy, organic coffee. If I can tip the cup over a little bit and show you guys, I drink organic stuff. It makes me feel great. I switched from conventional milk to actual coconut milk. I'm telling you, the energy I have, the excitement I have is because I exercise more often. And by the way, Burst Fit by Dr. Axe, who I had on my show, is something that really is amazing. It's phenomenal. I'm not even an affiliate for it, whatnot, but go check out Burst Fit by Dr. Axe. Just Google it. This whole video course that he actually teaches is an actual DVD, is designed to give you a lot more energy, burn more fat, and if you can't already tell that it's not working, I stick behind it. It's amazing. Go like his Facebook fan page. Surround yourself around people who are already successful and are doing what you want to do and become. I radiate this energy because I'm not talking to one person anymore. And the reason why I decided to do the Entrepreneur Adrenaline Show is because now I get to reach out to the world. Hello, Europe. How's it going out there? Hello, Canada. How's it going out there? Hello, America. How's it going out there? Hello, world. Everywhere. If I missed you, hello. I'm so grateful and honored to be able to, in this day and age, get on the microphone and educate and teach what I know and radiate it so that you guys go out there and you start buzzing around the world and actually start creating things and stimulating your economy. That's what it's going to take as an entrepreneur and to teach others so that you guys hire other people. Why do I want you to hire other people? Why do I want you to become successful? Well, I want you to become successful so you can hire other people who in reality and in return can actually put food on their table. You guys, I'm dealing now on a level where I'm socially engaging and interacting and actually meeting with billionaires and millionaires. And, in a million years, I was just the guy who was sleeping on an air mattress with my wife about 9 years ago and had nothing to my name. Nothing. Do you guys understand? I had nothing. How did I get out of that situation? And how was I able to generate, the income that I have and the income that I've created? It has nothing to do with just being lucky. Not at all. So far, I have not been much of luck to be in the right place at the right time. The majority of and I will be eventually, which is going to take me to my $1 million level and then multi-million-dollar level. And just so you guys understand, I'm not talking about me because I just want to blow about me. I want you guys to understand that you can be that person too. But it starts from believing in yourself, believing that you can do it. And then when you believe, so you tell yourself and you live through it that, hey, I can do what he did. I can do what all the millions of people out there in the world who are so silent, who don't have their own podcast show, but yet have so much income, such big wealth in their bank, but they're not really speaking about it. They're not really speaking about it. You don't quite know how many people are really out there that did it. What did these people do to get there, and what did they create? If you actually look into some of the things, the products, the services that are brought to market that people are making millions out of, you're going to kick yourself and say, why? Number one, why didn't I think of that? Or two, I thought of that and somebody else took my product and actually brought it to market and is doing amazing. But the key ingredient is you're stuck in first gear and you're not moving towards a bigger, greater thing that you can be doing if you learn to master sales. And sales, I mean in general, okay? Sales in general, whatever it is. If you don't have the type of income that you want right now and you're kind of working a 9 to 5, jump into and find a sales position that you can get out of your comfort zone and push yourself to that next level. Because when you push yourself to that next level and you get out of your comfort zone and you start relying on things that you want to, shift your whole focus on, such as, creating $5,000, if not $10,000, dollars in your account to cushion yourself for a rainy day, because that's what's going to actually get you to become, a happier salesperson. Then what have you done in the past that has literally got you to take yourself to that next level? Think about that. I want you to stop and think about that right now. You're sitting on your couch. You're at the gym. I have your attention in your ears. What exactly is it that you've done in the past that has helped you take you from, where you were at to where you're at right now? And did it stop? We're changing ever so quick these days, very quick. And you guys need to stay ahead of the curve, because brilliant, successful, wealthy people, all they have that you don't have right now is the years of constant pushing through, if that makes sense. The years of, they had an idea, they tested it a little bit, they pushed through, they sold themselves in a great way, sold their products, pushed it, got it to market, got their hands in the right people, and that's where they're at. And they slowly took off. And then as they evolved with that, they either sold off their product or service. Now they have a bunch of money that's sitting there. They can take a portion of it, reinvest, and the snowball effect happens. So what are you doing right now to take your business and your level and your income to the next level? Okay, talents. If you're listening to this show, I can guarantee you have entrepreneurial talent, because the number one thing what people who don't have an entrepreneur spirit will not do is reach out and seek for entrepreneurial tips. And you may be a person just like myself that when you go to sleep at nighttime and you have not hit, this is going to be deep. I'm going to slow down here. When you have this and again, I'm saying it really slow because I'm super excited to bring it to you, because if this doesn't go, oh my gosh, Paul, he's absolutely right. We just lost that connection. And I want to connect with you on this. If you're an entrepreneur who has this dream in the back of your mind, so I want you to picture that dream. And if you're not driving, don't close your eye. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. But if you're not driving, close your eyes, even if you're at the gym. But you have this dream in the back of your mind, and you can taste it. You can smell it. You can live it. You want it so bad. You want it so bad. And every single night you go to bed, you don't have that dream. You're focusing on that dream, but you don't have that, yet alone even progressing towards it. First of all, what starts first? Having that end result and dream, or the progress towards it? Stop and understand that progress towards that final end goal and dream is where I'm at right now. And I'm at a very good spot in my life where I'm able to, teach and educate people along the way. But you need to understand is that whole process, the whole process of jumping through, pushing yourself and getting out of your comfort zone. There's no other way, unless winning the lottery, which is forget about that. But there's no other way that you will become successful if you do not get yourself off the couch. And I don't just mean get yourself off the couch as in literally off the couch, but when you hit that computer and let's just say you have a blog and you're like, what should I blog post about? Let me think about it. And you overthink things and you're trying to look and you delay it a day, you delay it a two. Right there, you have made yourself a mistake. Brainstorm about what you're good at, what you want to talk about, and jump in and start doing it. Start creating. If it takes more than, I'd have to say 24 hours to get your idea, to actually put it in writing, to get it done. If it's a video you need to film, if it's, a couple of phone calls you need to make, if it's more than 24 hours that it takes you to get that thing done, you are setting yourself up for failure. Now, if you've done it in the past, the best thing is tomorrow is just a little bit further ahead, but tomorrow you can actually change things, bam, right away, instantly. Why do you think I created the Entrepreneur Adrenaline Show? It's to get you, to push you to take action, to learn these tips and tricks that the top people are doing, that seems so small and ridiculous, but it's what makes the biggest difference. Because you have what I don't, and I have what you don't. What do I mean by that? You have what I don't, and I have what you don't. That is the reason why we're all able to become successful. You have an idea and a business model and a business, and then, different types of things that you can do to create success that I can't, because that's you. That's how your brain functions based on what happened to you in the past. Your different types of things that have happened in your life. You're able to create things that I'm not able to create. Now, with what you create, let's just say, you're able to create and invent, a certain product that helps people who construct homes, better. I'm horrible at that stuff. But, I can create a podcast, for example, or, a product that can help, salespeople increase their sales. I take that path. You take this path. There's millions upon billions of ideas that are still not created, that are so small. If you guys and gals out there watch Shark Tank and say, oh my God, are you kidding me? They bought that. This person now is a millionaire, really? At a peanut butter that already exists, protein that already exists, or, what products? A tree topper, right? The Hanukkah tree topper. I know a lot of you are going, oh my God, Paul, I agree with you on that one. The Hanukkah, really? Damon bought that? But you know what? It all started from that person to drive themselves to take action. You're not going to win all the time. You know how many failures I had along my way, and you know how many failures I have on my day-to-day basis? Do you know how many failures I'm going to have along the way? Do you know how many failures millionaires, billionaires, Shark Tank investors, do you know how many failures they have? Guess what? They don't stop themselves short, because what's happening is tomorrow and now and now and now and now, all these nows are time passing. Now you've gotten older. Now you've gotten older. Now you've gotten older. Do you see? You're getting older by the second. And it's not to scare you, but it's to get you to drive and take action. That if you don't take action today and you have that dream, don't get caught, at the end of your time saying, I should have, I could have, I wish I would have. That's what scares me personally and gets me to take action on a day-to-day basis. Get out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is killing you. It's affecting you. It's hurting you. Your comfort zone, if I can't shake you up and take you out of your comfort zone, I don't know one person or one thing or what will. You need to get out of your comfort zone, and you owe it to this economy, whatever country, whatever state you're in. Whatever state you're in. I love you guys so much. I love planet Earth and what it represents, because we are a wonderful, an amazing society. We are an amazing, look at how wonderful humans are, that we can start, does it not blow your mind that I can literally pick up my phone? I can literally just pick up my phone, touch a screen, not even buttons, touch a screen, somehow hit a dang button on it, through the air. This actually transmits, and anyone across the world, I can start talking, making business decisions. I can perhaps possibly close deals, make money. Like it blows my mind at how humans think. And I don't think electronic circuitry board at all, but there are so many people out there that specialize in that I'm so grateful for. And in order for me to do that, I have to eat. And then there's farmers who are actually growing food and doing their part so that I can, help teach you, or else I wouldn't be able to educate, myself nor anybody. Look how amazing life is. And it's very simple to get caught up, and it's very simple to get stuck into this rut of, I can't believe I can't create money, or I can't believe, things aren't working. I can't believe the slow growth. I know this because I go through it. I go through it on a day-to-day basis. Let me take another sip of my coffee. I go through this, ladies and gentlemen, but man, I can't tell you how grateful I am for being alive. I can't. I love life. I look into my children's and my wife, my family's eyes, and I'm so grateful that, God's given me the voice to speak. I wish he gave me a little bit of a stronger voice to be screaming a little bit louder. And I just love life, man. I really do. I really love everything that I've created thus far. I love everything that every person who's come into my life. I have very little people who dislike me, which is amazing. And there's been a couple times in my life where I've had a couple of people. I'm like, how the heck can you dislike me? I don't do anything to bother you. But, we've got into a little bit of arguments and whatnot. And, there's different types of things. That's why I don't talk politics. But, yeah, I mean, that's really just a little bit more about me, man. I'd love to hear more from you guys. I'm very personable. This show is about listening to people who are struggling. And I want to do Google Hangouts, but again, I'm not going to do them until I get more people, socially engaging with me. I need your feedback. I want to, by the way, yes, entrepreneuradrenaline.com/feedback. It's still that. I need you guys to go there and actually give me some feedback. So if you go to entadr.com and it'll transfer you to Entrepreneur Adrenaline, my website.com. So if you actually do that and at the top go /feedback, that's going to get you to a feedback page, which is literally it'll take you 5 seconds to actually fill it out. I want to get to know you guys more. I want to know how you guys are liking this show, the different types of things you guys want me to talk about. Sales is my strong point. So I'm opening up door-to-door mastery, but this is very personable. And I want your success as much as you do, believe it or not. It's like I'm a person out there who I get a high off of. I don't care about my membership area at doortodoormastery.com. I care about making money from it, but it's not something that, as you see, I don't really push it much, and I haven't been doing that, although I'm going to in the near future because it's really going to help me take myself to that next level. I don't even care about the fact that I want to close thousands of sales. I know money and sales will come if you just do the right thing. Seriously, so many people are focused on how am I going to monetize this and how am I going to listen. Grow your fan base, grow your audience, and then people will know your true quality and worth. And when they know what you're about, and they know your true quality and worth, dude, you can literally post up a page with buy my thing, here it is, at buy whatever. And and they'll buy it. Like people focus on the wrong things. And these days, especially with how crowded the marketplace is, it's hard to make money if you don't prove yourself and if people don't like you. Plain and simple. You won't be successful. Understand that in anything you do. Sales, management. I enjoy teaching managers how to manage sales reps. A lot of people are struggling to manage salespeople because they have the wrong salespeople. And, I ran a large company. Like I said, we were doing $1 million a year. I ran a large company with salespeople, and we failed at it. We didn't do the greatest, and a portion of it why it happened was I didn't have the right management team. Friends who I personally believed were the right people to manage an actual company weren't the right people in place, and I felt bad to actually say, hey, you're not the right person. But in all reality, people lost jobs because of it. Unfortunately, people lost jobs because of it. So I've become such a stronger, smarter business person. And through the Entrepreneur Adrenaline Show, I want to teach you guys and educate you and talk one-on-one with you guys, more often for people who socially engage with me, set time aside to actually hang out and teach you what I've learned, because that's what life's about. That's what God put us on earth for. God put me on this earth. I know this. People say find your purpose. God put me on this earth to teach and educate people, how to not struggle through what I've struggled for. I'm a good teacher. Personally, I believe that. And based on the feedback, people say that. I'm a great teacher and I love teaching. So that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to manage people and all the time, teach, educate, and grow in a different type of way. Get your mind out of the box and take a look at what the new way is. The new social media way that's wave that's been happening for this last, I'd say, really 5 years. It's still there, and it's going to be changing. It's going to be shifting. We're moving into more and more mobile. And if you're not ahead of this curve and you don't stay on top of it, you're going to be caught with your business with your head in the sand. I promise you, any business, it's going to go from all the way up here, bam, all the way down. So stay ahead of that. And that's what the show too. I always get into, social media stuff and, start, if you don't have a Twitter account, go get a Twitter account. It takes literally no time to actually start a Twitter account and start tweeting what's on your mind. When I actually tweet, it's live in real time. I literally just thought that on the spot and I hit it up. my Twitter handle is at PSHAK. And you guys can follow me on Twitter if you want. But, people who really want to become successful will find a way if they really put their mind to taking themselves to that next level. It's literally impossible to become successful if you're going to sit back and get so conservative. Very little people made money being extremely conservative. You got to take risk, okay? Limit your liability, but take risk. And all the time, all I have to say is do what it takes to do everything legal the right way. You do not want to be caught getting yourself into legal action. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not giving any legal advice, but always make sure you do seek advice from one, because, you definitely don't want to be setting up a business and doing things, crossing your fingers, hoping, things are going to work. Okay. I care about your success. I'm going to end this on head over to facebook.com/ENTADR. How many people listen to this show? I want you guys to really help me grow to the next level so I can dump my energy even more back into you guys. I have amazing things in the works, and I'm not just saying this, but I really have amazing things in the works in quite a bit of states right now that, I'm going to be bringing on the air. I'm going to be transitioning into, and the people who are there connected with me on Facebook, it's something that's going to be said. And this isn't no multi-level marketing thing or any of that stuff. Not that I'm against it. I love people who are, striving and doing multi-level marketing because, it works. You got to put a lot of effort into it. But this is actually something that, I'm actually really, and I'm not going to give any hints, but hey, head over to facebook.com/ENTADR. I don't have any sponsors for the show yet, so I plug my own self in. I hope you can respect that. As you can see, if you're watching this on YouTube as well, I give my all. So, hey, thank you guys so much for listening. This show has been brought to you by Paul Shakuri. That's me. The Entrepreneur Show is about getting your business, getting your mind, getting your state, getting you to the next level, learning how to take your sales ability to that next level, your personality, be likable, learn how to be trustable, and that is the success recipe. I love you all. I will see you guys in the next episode. So